Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Labor Day and a fantastic Monday. We're here to talk about the weather for our night tonight and for the future. So here is the radar and everything right here. We're not going to waste any time at all, except for just saying one thing, and that's if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, go on and hit that right now. It's at 2:07. We will see where we are at the end of the stream tonight. See if we're still at 2:07 or not. Hopefully we can gain a subscriber or two tonight. So hopefully you can share. It's still only the early. It's still early. It's just hit 9 o'clock, so you still do have time to share it out. It is not too late at all. It is not too late. You can still hit the share button. But let's go on and talk about the weather for tonight and for the future. Good Monday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic Labor Day. I'm your host for South Carolina weather, Joseph Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Monday night going into the future. So looking at the radar right now, obviously we do have some flooding concerns going on over here near Moncks Corner and up here as well. Let me see what this is. Just to the east of Kingstree. Including Fowler, Cedar Swamp, South Carolina is included in that. And as you continue to push this out, Jamestown, South Carolina, and Bethera, South Carolina is under a flood advisory, so you're going to have to watch out. And also, pretty much this entire region right here, you see all this thunderstorm activity popping up. All of these are producing downpours, maybe even some thunderstorms with them as well. We can check out the lightning tracker in just a second. But we also do have some rain over here near Barnwell. And also up here near Seneca. So showers kind of staying in the same spot. You can see it on this radar as well. You see how these showers are just producing rain in the same spot. That might cause a flood advisory later. You can even check out the storm total precipitation. And you can already see that there's already a lot of rain that has fallen up there already. Let's see. It seems to be around already around 2 to 3 inches have fallen in this area. Maybe even an isolated 3.5 inches has already fallen. And in terms of for the next hour or so, this is dropping precipitation at around 2 to 3 inches per hour. So definitely a flash or a flood advisory, maybe even a flash flood warning. It could be warranted. It could be necessary if that does continue. And in terms of lightning, lightning is definitely occurring with these downpours, with pretty much all of these. So thunderstorms are pretty much happening throughout this entire region over here, and they are going to continue until they dissipate. But let's go on. Let's talk about the weather for the entire United States. You can see that we do have some severe weather going on up here inside of the West, like Boise, Idaho, portions of Oregon, Montana, portions of Wyoming as well. Maybe some downpours going through Nevada, Utah, and Colorado. And we also do have some flooding potentially going on through Texas. Flooding and some downpours, thunderstorm concerns going through Texas right now. And then as you move over here back down to the southeast, Florida receiving some rain and some downpours, Georgia receiving some rain and some downpours, same thing obviously with South Carolina, North Carolina, and the northeast has some scattered showers, but it's not much. And then we just have this nice little region right here that's not really receiving much. Chicago, Detroit, Des Moines, Kansas City, Louisville, Nashville, Oklahoma City, not really receiving anything in terms of bad weather. It's actually pretty nice over through those areas. Here's our cloud cover. Right now, cloud cover is not much. We do have some cloud cover near the coastal regions, as well as over there just to the south and east of Augusta. Maybe even some clouds up there in the far upstate, but other than that, no other cloud cover is happening over the state. And then as we move into cloud cover total percentage, as we move through the next couple hours or so, we do have some cloud cover that will continue through the overnight hours, and then as we get into tomorrow morning, cloud cover will try to move out, like kind of through like the late morning hours, but then as the afternoon picks its way back up, it starts to kind of invade more of South Carolina in terms of cloud cover. Here's our current temperature: 79 in Columbia, 79 in Charleston, 77 in Moncks Corner, Georgetown, and Myrtle Beach. Same thing with Sumter and King Street and Walterboro. Beaufort also 77, 79 in Savannah, 79 inside of Columbia, Greenville, and Union, 80 in Anderson, 77 in Rock Hill, as well as 75 for Florence as well. Here's our low temperatures for tonight: 69 in Columbia, 73 in Charleston, 69 in Moncks Corner, 70 in Walterboro, 73 inside of Hilton Head Island, 70 in Myrtle Beach, 66 in Cheraw, Dillon, Greenville, Spartanburg, 64 in Rock Hill, 68 in Anderson, 69 in Sumter, 68 in Florence, and maybe even a good 69 over there near Aiken. In terms of forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, around 1/100 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch possible in Sumter. Same thing with Moncks Corner and Charleston. And the surrounding areas, say like the entire Tri-County region of South Carolina, has a threat. And same thing with portions down there near the actual low country of South Carolina, down there near Hilton Head Island, Allendale as well. Now, obviously, more rain is falling than that. It does say 1/100 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch, but this was not accounting, even though I think it definitely should have, but for some reason it did not account for the minor risk of flooding that we had tonight, and I talked about that this morning. So I guess it did not account for that. Definitely should have, though. And definitely more than 1/100 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch is possible in some areas, but there could just be some areas where there only is 1/100 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch, maybe even an isolated 1/4 of an inch you can see there on the left side of your screen. Here's the SPC outlook for tonight. You see that we still do have a TSCM in place for western South Carolina. The low country of South Carolina as well has just a regular risk of thunderstorms. Not really in terms of severe or strong storms. It's just really just your regular everyday storm. And then as you go through tomorrow, just another chance for some thunderstorms as we move through like Hilton Head Island and Beaufort. And then as you move again through Wednesday has a chance to bring some more thunderstorms along the coastal regions as well. That's that. Let's go on. Let's talk about the excessive rainfall outlook. So here is tonight, going through around 12 o'clock in the morning. Still, honestly, I think should have definitely been kept in effect for the low country of South Carolina, but only includes portions like North Myrtle Beach as well has a threat for some minor flooding, even though honestly I don't see it really happening anymore. Like I said, I think that this is like a bit off in terms of placement, but we can move on to day 2. Day 2 right here, nothing for day 2, nothing for day 3, 4, but day 5 for Friday, September the 6th, we do have a threat for some minor flooding throughout the entire state of South Carolina. So definitely have to watch out for some minor flooding on Friday. Here is our Hurricane Prediction Center outlook, or our Hurricane Center outlook. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the model for the future real quick. So here is this. Here's the 18Z. And then as we go through tonight, showers and thunderstorms obviously was still going on down there near the Georgetown, Moncks Corner regions. And then showers and thunderstorms would still continue up there near Greenville as well, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe going into 6 o'clock in the morning as well. But after that, that's pretty much it. I'm not really seeing much else in terms for, like, even tomorrow. I mean, I just went through the 3rd completely. I'm not seeing anything from 8 o'clock, go through the afternoon, this the afternoon, going to the around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the morning, again, nothing. So We may not even see a drop of rain tomorrow, even though there was a threat for western portions of South Carolina and parts of the low country of South Carolina for thunderstorms, I believe tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, let's check. Day 2. No, it's just for like the like Hilton Head Island and Beaufort regions. So that's that. And then as you go into the 4th, September the 4th for Wednesday, not really much either. Maybe a couple of showers, but up there near Lancaster and Rock Hill. But that's pretty much it. And it only goes out to 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so we'll talk about that more tomorrow evening. So that's pretty much everything in terms of that. Let's go on and let's talk about the tropics real quick, and then we're going to talk about the future, and then we'll talk with the audience after that. So here is the tropics. Here's disturbance 1 over here. It says a westward moving tropical wave is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms accompanied by locally heavy rainfall and strong gusty winds over portions of the eastern Caribbean Sea and the adjacent land areas. Environmental conditions are forecast to become more conducive for development when the system reaches the western Caribbean Sea and the southwestern Gulf of Mexico late this week and over the weekend, and a tropical depression could form during that time. There's a 0% chance of forming through the next 48 hours, but a 40% chance of forming through the next 7 days. And then even as we go over here to disturbance 2, it says a tropical wave over the far eastern Atlantic is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are forecast to become a little bit more conducive for development, and a tropical depression could form in the next few days, while the disturbance moves slowly west-northwestward or northwestward over the eastern tropical Atlantic Ocean. The system could produce locally heavy rainfall and gusty winds across portions of Cabo Verde Islands in a day or two. 10% chance of formation through the next 48 hours and a 40% chance over the next 7 days. Right now, it's forecast to kind of go up, and from here, we're going to have to figure that out. This one over here, though, is not really seeming too much of a threat anymore, or seeming too much like a threat anymore. It looks to be like it's trying to go over here now. We'll see what happens with this one. I do think that it definitely could still go in the Gulf of Mexico and try to do something, but it probably won't be bad at all if it was to make an impact. Things can change, so I'm not 100% positive on that. But we'll continue to watch that. We'll continue to watch both of them, I should say. Here is the future right here. So let's continue. Let's push this forward as we go through the 3rd, like I was just saying, not really much. And then as we go through the 4th, maybe some isolated showers, like I was just talking about, maybe near the coastal regions, but that's pretty much that. As we go through the 5th and the 6th, the potential for some more storms to pop off goes through. Same thing with the 7th. And then the 8th and the 9th bring more shower and thunderstorm activities to the coastal regions. The 10th, same thing. And the 11th, the 12th, pretty much the same thing here as well. And then even as you go into like September the 13th, September the 14th, we do have a low pressure just off the coast. It seems to be, again, 200 hours out. So we're not going to say that that's 100% going to happen. This will move and shift, but that's going to be out of our hair. And we're going to see a nice break, it seems to be, from September the 14th all the way through to September the 18th. And also, this is the 18Z, and you guys know what happens on the 18Z. It over-exaggerates a lot of stuff, and it has a nice Category 4, high Category 3 low, and Category 4 going up towards Texas. So, we are going to ignore that, like that is not there, because we are absolutely way too far out to be talking about stuff like that. So that's pretty much that in terms for the future. Let's go and let's talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So let's go on and talk and see what y'all have to say over here. My cousin Thad says, "Good evening, Joseph. How was your long weekend?" It was good. Thank you so much for asking. How was yours? My Nana says, "Hello, Jake." Hello. And then Weather Authority says, "What type of weather software is this?" Well, the radar is Radar Omega. See, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. You can see it up here. That's Radar Omega. It does cost money, and if you want to get it on PC, it actually does. You actually do have to pay a subscription for it. So it's actually like actually does cost money. But if you want to get the mobile app, it is just a one-time $10 purchase. But you do have to get the mobile version first before. I believe you have to get the mobile version first before you can actually get this. I'm not quite sure, but I'll check it out. Let's check these rest of these. Miss Oliver says, "Good evening. No rain at my house today, but I heard you also got some rain, some flooding today." Yes, actually, they did get some. There was a report actually from downtown Charleston that said that I think there were 11 roads that did get flooded and were closed off, actually, from drivers. Pretty much, you couldn't go through that area. I'm pretty sure 11 roads were closed off. Let me see if I can go back. I should be able to go back in time and see how much rain has actually fallen. Let me go to the Charleston radar real quick. Let me move over here, and then as you go to storm total precipitation, honestly, it doesn't say much right now. But this goes all the way back to honestly, how far back does this go? This goes around to around 814. So yeah, around like a good 2 to 3 inches probably fell if I was to give an estimate. Somewhere around 2 to 3 inches in Mount Pleasant. They did get around 2 to 3 inches as well over there near Mount Pleasant as well. So a lot of rain has fallen throughout pretty much this entire corridor. Right here, we do have some dry spots, like kind of like this little. It's not even a ring. I don't even know what it is, but just this entire area right here definitely got some rain/flooding concerns. Let's see. My cousin Trail says hi, Joseph. Hello. Mr. Anthony says good evening, good evening. And then my aunt Lula says, hello, nephew. How does it look for us in Georgetown, South Carolina? For right now, I'm gonna assume you're talking about right now. And for the future, I mean, right now you do have some rain right now, actually to your north. Seems like it could potentially be trying to come down towards you. Let me see if I can click on this radar. Yeah. So rain right now is actually in northern Georgetown right now. You're probably getting rain as we speak, and it is definitely moving your way. So you're definitely gonna have to watch out for some rain, some downpours, maybe even thunder and lightning as well as you move through the next couple of minutes, and you're gonna have to wait for that to pass. But I think that's pretty much it in terms of questions. We did have a pretty good audience tonight. So again, thank you for everyone that's here right now live. And let's talk about San Antonio and Raleigh. And then if we don't have any more questions or anything like that, again, ask as many questions as you need. We will be out of here for tonight. So let's go on and talk about San Antonio rain first. In terms of rain, you probably are receiving rain right now if I was to guess. But as you continue, that rain's going to be over probably off and on actually throughout the night. And then maybe starting over again at around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning was more rain starts to fall. And that will continue into the evening hours of tomorrow as well, going to around 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the morning. And then again, that rain will finally start to move off as you get to around 5 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. So off and on rain, thunderstorms, downpours, all that as you go through the next, I'd say like the next, let's see, probably like the next 30 or so hours. I'd say around 30 to 40 hours, honestly. You're going to see off and on rain and downpours. But then as you go towards temperatures as well, let's go on and check that out. So here is our temperature map right here. I'm gonna wait for this thing to load. Again, just one more thing before we continue this. If you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, please do that. We have 5 people in here right now, and it seems like everyone has hit the like button. But just in case, if you have not, please make sure that you do that. As you go through tonight, low temperatures going actually just staying around 74 for most of the night. not really 73, I should say 73 at around 11 o'clock, but then the temperature will start to rise at around 2 3 o'clock in the morning, and you'll start to get to around 74 75 ish. And then high temperatures tomorrow, again, not doing much. That rain is really stabilizing the temperatures. This is why you're staying in the 70s and the low 80s. So high temperatures tomorrow, again, probably around like 79, low 80. And then low temperatures tomorrow night at around 69, 70, again, just being stabilized. And then as you go into around 2 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, it's going to be around close to 80 degrees. Let's move on over here towards Raleigh, and then we'll talk about severe weather for both. So here is Raleigh over here. As we move through tonight, low temperatures around 59-ish, high temperatures tomorrow around 73, low temperatures tomorrow around 61-ish, and staying in the low 60s as you go through like the late morning hours as well. And then high temperatures on Wednesday going to around 76, 77-ish as well. And then as you go into composite reflectivity, pretty much just shows the rainfall as you go through tonight. Not low temperatures, but rainfall. Seems like no rain is really falling as you go through the next 48 hours. Maybe some scattered showers, sprinkled, I should say, almost going into September the 4th at around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But that's pretty much all that is. So that's pretty much composite reflectivity. So we're going to go on to back to severe weather. We'll talk about that real quick. In terms of excessive rainfall, we're going to work our way backwards. Friday, Raleigh does have a threat for some minor flooding on Friday. Nothing for Thursday. Wednesday, nothing for Wednesday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, San Antonio has a risk for some minor flooding. So you're going to have to watch out for that tomorrow. And then same thing with tonight as well. San Antonio has a risk for some minor flooding over through tonight as well. In terms of severe weather, let's go ahead and check that out. Seems like not much, or actually nothing in terms of severe weather. Also, I've seen some models that are saying that there's a potential for that fall tornado season. I was talking about it, like not even, I think like yesterday evening, I was talking about how fall tornado season is coming back, and some models are already hinting at the potential for some tornadoes as we go through middle September. Not really, I haven't seen it for South Carolina, but I have seen it go through like the central U.S. So we'll continue to watch for that as we are about to enter into fall tornado season. But that's pretty much all that I have in terms of weather for tonight. Hopefully everyone did enjoy the forecast tonight, and hopefully it was helpful. If you have not hit the like button or subscribe button yet, go on and do that, and make sure that you share it with everyone you know as well. Share out the link right before I go live. And if you need the link or anything like that, make sure that when you hit the subscribe button, you hit the notification bell so we'll send it out to you. Then click the share button as well. It should be like right under the video, I'm pretty sure. But that's all that I have for tonight. Everyone have a fantastic... Oh, we did get one message real quick before I end it off real quick. My cousin Cheryl says, "Hey brother man, I hope you enjoyed your Labor Day with you and your family. I'll be tuning in tomorrow. Love you much, your cousin Cheryl." Thank you so much for your message, and thank you. No problem for that. And that should be it. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your Labor Day night or your Monday night. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with your Tuesday forecast update.